Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to what is usually C.A.B.S, and I think this is at least tangentially C.A.B.S. This is a Sunday installment, which is when C.A.B.S happen, and we have something that needs to happen. So it's going to be a single camera Sunday, the old single camera C.A.B.S, because we've got this gentleman right here. You know him, you love him. It's Toothless, the 10.2-ish. I mean, he's still a 10.2 as far as my math finds it. But what's happening is Toothless keeps being the recipient of stuff. We keep transferring parts from one thing, moving parts to another place. During one of the tire testivals of not so far in the distant past, when I was moving tires around, I grabbed the set of Bossman off of the base camp RTR build, our man Chungus, who's like 9 pounds for some reason. And I threw the Bossman on here, and they really outshined the Durtrex fossils that were on there. So I had immediately ordered another set, mounted them up on Toothless, and as I don't know if you can tell, they've never even touched the ground. Fast forward to about 45 minutes prior to the moment that it's occurring now in my present, which is now your present. It gets wibbly wobbly. And as we were moving stuff around, one of the more recent drives of Toothless, I realized that he was still fitted with Incision S8Es, which are not my favorite. And I was working on another vehicle in the fleet and realized that he doesn't need 90s, he needs 85s. Sometimes that 5 millimeters makes a huge difference. That's what she said. So I removed the 90s from here to get the S8Es off. I removed the 90s from the other vehicle, which are these 90s, the Element factory teams, which feel fantastico. And I just swapped cups, springs, everything over from the shocks that were already on him, and then built a set of 85s and put them on the donor vehicle. So he's not been driven on these shocks, he's not been driven on these tires, nor these inserts, which are just the single stage foams, which he can get away with. He is, for those unfamiliar, you noble few, Toothless is an everything on axle man. There are extensions that come off the bottom of the servo tray. You see the servo? So the servo mount, I made a much longer piece, and on the back of that piece, there's a 1080, there's a receiver, there's a switch. We run the battery atop the servo. So he is EOA. He's everything on axle minus the dig servo. And he's a very quiet gentleman. He does not make a lot of racket. Watch when you throttle and watch the nose pull down. He's got some tricky stuff. And as I said, 10.2. 10.2 rails. These are Amazon cheap, Amazon carbon rails for 10.2. Still retaining the stock front shock towers. I needed to lower the ones in the rear down, so I fabricated some cheap. We've got a 3-way or 4-way hybrid gearbox made of Amazon parts, and of course, only I would bolt to the Amazon hybrid gearbox a real deal bona fide. There's a little V. Vanquish Hertz Dig V2. And it's pretty okay. Or is it? I don't know. So what we're going to do is we're going to go do single camera. Well, actually, it's dual camera because there's technically this one, and then there'll be the other one. But we're going to do the Gauntlet, which is green line, dead line, front 9, and then we add the points together. And I want to say the only vehicle as of my memory in this moment, the only vehicle to have done it so far is Rattler, who got a, was it Rattler? I'm filled with doubts. Whoever did it last got a 77 total, which is honestly reasonable. Green line, we're looking for under a 10. At deadline, I would love to see a 0, but realistically, with the semi-modified scoring that we're going on now, kind of adapting canyon scoring for regular gated runs, I would say try to stay under 20 is about where you're looking at on deadline. And then at front 9, let's be realistic. Under 30 is very good there. Under 40, you're still doing okay. Under 50 is reasonably doable. So for our man Toothless here, who is just a 10-2 with Diamond Pros, began as that the Horizon was blowing out the 10-2 builders kits, which, I mean, it's got some competition now, but at the time, the 10-2 Builders Kit was the worst imaginable kit that you could possibly buy because it flew in the face of what we have traditionally known as kits. It did not come with upgraded shocks nor upgraded axles. It, in fact, had downgraded shocks, downgraded axles, downgraded gearbox. It was all of the absolute cheapest possible pieces and then given to you without body, wheels, tires, or any of the thing, like not even a roller, a proper slider kit like that of times of yore, but just nerfed to the extent. The Comp Fox carries over from Element, carries a little bit of that forward now because the factory team shocks, which are these, don't come with the best little bits in them. I had to modify them up. These came from the Comp Fox. Vanquish, 2 of Vanquish's current offerings, the straight axle build, aka DIY Fordyce, and the, what do they call it, the VRD build, which is DIY stance. Ultimately, you don't really save any money. You save a little bit of money because you don't have to deal with the stock trash that Vanquish is going to fit to the RTRs and charge you $100 for it and act like it's raining when in reality you can understand the rest of that phrase. So not all kits are absolute winners. Not anymore, because kit used to mean it comes with all the good stuff. So this guy has some of the good stuff. As far as I'm concerned, he has some of the best stuff. The 4-pole, like that is the, like, is so smooth. It's so smooth, and it creates so much torque, and we can't drive up a vertical wall. The trigger feel. Is it even a G2? Is it a 1080 G2? No. OG 1080. It is a good shock. They are good shocks. I'm not taking anything away from the factory team shock. All I have to say about the factory team shock is that the $89.99 street price, if you want to buy 4 of them separately, is not really acceptable, and there's no real way to spin it. The Builder's Kit 3 comes with these exact shocks with the better parts. And when they go on sale, which they do, let's say triannually, a couple times a year, the Builder's Kits will go on sale. Last time the Builder's Kit, the BK3, went on sale from Element, it was $202 for the whole thing. That's basically one set of axles, the shocks, and a couple of the pieces of plastic, and you're already at $200. Not counting the rails, the other axle, of gearbox, all of those other pieces. So it's a tough sell to get me to go drop $90 on 4 shocks when they will frequently sell the entire vehicle for $200. And that's enough about Element. We have made proper canyon changey stuff. Tires, inserts, shocks, too much. I had to change every individual screw, spacer, and everything to fit these shocks because the S8Es are much narrower than these. So, might as well run him through the gauntlet and fill out a Sunday. Toothless is something of a crowd favorite, and he's kind of a favorite of mine as well because he's very simple in his execution. So, we'll see what kind of a score we put up. No one's keeping track of it other than my loose memory that Rattler maybe scored a 77 or a 79. I would have to go back and watch the video myself to find out what the actual score was. Sometimes I don't math so good. So we're going to go out there and we're going to do it, and then we'll have done it, and then we'll do something else on another day. The numbers of the day are 75, 25, 65, or thereabouts. It's a pretty solid morning, which is going to lead to an aggressively hot afternoon. But we are here early enough. Toothless really makes a typical 475 Class 2 tire look absolutely enormous. I don't know if it's the squared shoulder of the Bossman. It's something. They look really large. We like to start on green line because I want to get my feel going. I have to remember there is dig. A little high. Ooh. Okay, call it a 4. It's a little bit of lava. In an attempt to avoid the reverse, we go lava. 4 points for touching non-rock surface. We're not going to penalize out here when you're running the gauntlet. If you have the tool, use that tool. So the Bossman definitely stands taller than the fossils that they replaced. As we didn't get, well, I don't remember any pirate ship noise coming off of him, but we definitely have some now. I will say, so the Hertz dig will, look at that spider hole. The Hertz dig, the build of it is fantastic, but we know for a fact that the clones are absolutely that, because it will bolt up taking a reverse at 6, 13. Forgot about the speed of the servo there. It will bolt directly up. That is, as I mentioned, a real Vanquish dig unit, and it will bolt directly up to your choice of Amazon gearboxes. It occurs to me in hindsight a couple of things. One, nobody cares about the scoring except for me, and I can't remember what mode of adaptive scoring we're using. We have, like, he pulled a reverse and then slapped a gate, so that should be 9. Or are we just doing high point? So are we taking the 7 for striking a gate? Because then that rules out gate maxing. I don't know. So we're going to say he's on 9 plus 4, so he's on 13. We're going to say it's a 13. You just get, no, I mean, it's a lava. It's a lava. I don't know how much the interference between tire and body is affecting us. I feel like it is to a degree. And there we go. Toothless is having an absolute dog's dinner of a morning here. That's 20 over here. He's going to have to do truly amazing things from here on. Because while the Bossman feel really good in terms of predictability, and when I point them in a way, they go that way. Let me get up over here. There we go. Get up here. Is it gonna pop? That's good stuff. He would like to maintain the 20. I would like to maintain the 20. There are mosquitoes under this tree. I am safe when I am out in the sun. I will make an effort not to let that impact my already modest driving ability. We're going to get real far away from the driver and the camera now. I'm in two minds, as of always. 20. So a 20 through on 2 gate strikes, one of which, yeah, maybe. The other one probably shouldn't ought to have been. But it is what it is. I don't know what's going on out here this year, but the stinky stink tree, I always try to remember Alecanthus, tree of heaven, stink trees. The one that is inside Mavericks is positively exploding in size this year. So basically the entirety of Deadline is in the shade. Like right here, this is giving me that real why I like big block brushed feel. It's just really, really predictable. That's a big bird poop. This is a bit of a portal approach here. Ooh. This is not the sounds of silence. This is the sounds of angry Lexan. He feels grand through here. Oop. Absolute dig save right there. Which is a function that, A, I keep forgetting that I have. B, also sandwiching a portion that allows reverse in between 2 portions that don't confuses the mind and the body. So we are quickly, should we get into a situation of more of this, we're just going to have to standardize the reverse penalty. That, like, you know, reverse penalties exist here as they do on any of the gated courses. I need to get just a little bit, but they don't as of today. We'll get there eventually, but we're not there today. So that reverse is free of charge. Yeah, they're real good. And as mentioned, stock foam. If anything, maybe pop a dual stage in the front just to help with stuff like that. Because that front definitely went under on us. How powerful is a Flash Hobby 50? It'll do. Yeah. So we call that the same as a gate strike here. So that is a 7. And then the goal is to return to course where you left the course, if possible. I mean, the forward drive on the Bossman is... The Bossman is the crawler with a K for people who live in areas where... It's flies. Where G8, neither G8 nor Predator does the things. Coming on through. Ooh, this is risky. Okay, through without a hang. Nice. Yeah. not bad. As a matter of fact, like he's looking sharp over here. That fall over that we had that, you know, resulted in an off course. If something happens and you know pretty much exactly why it happened, like right here, that front is really smearing over. Really smearing over. Okay. So we'll come back around the top side right here because that front just acts, not the suspension, the insert is definitely acting too soft when given a lot of side load to deal with. Okay, that's gonna fall. So we're gonna try to hook. Good, good. I'm also watching to see how much the tire is gonna squidge around on the rim. Yeah, right there. We would be getting quite a bit more steering accuracy with a dual stage. Ooh, big spider web. Let's go this way. We'll just try, I wanna try this face side here. The easier side is wrap up around the back, but the whatever spiders live in holes and make big funnely webs, we don't have funnel webs here, so whatever make those, they've kind of claimed the net side. Bossman through. Absolutely through. Uh-oh. Nope, we got it. I mean, he feels so much better on deadline than green line. Green line felt almost inaccurate. I have my spot that I want. Oh, no rise. So good. So good. Quite a few lizards out today. Oh yeah, reverses are free. For now. Maybe in the coming... Uh-oh. Nope. That is fully bucketed. That's a fairly good illustration of why we're not charging for reverses yet. Oh no, the bumper. Stinger. There we go. So a bucket is 10 and an off is 7. So he's at 17, 37 overall. Don't think he's not doing the math for like what kind of a showing he's got to put in at front 9 just based on the scoring he's got now. That big web shining right parallel to the tree. It just comes back. This is not a gimme spot right here. You've got to get up fairly high and then you want it to drop just like that, because what can happen is you'll get twisted and then the rear gets bound. We're in an Austin Powers situation right here. The wheelbase is now in between. You don't have enough. So what's going to happen is he's probably going to roll over and end up with another 10 right here if we can't. Okay. Trying to get the dig turn to get any kind of front positioning at all. Because we don't have any room to back up. Get it. Get it. That's one of those. That's one of those. It's one of those where when you get through it, you go, yeah, I did that. I made that. I got myself into the position that required the extrication, but I still got out of it. Gonna gather up some webs here. See if his stinger will get over. Messy. Now let's see if we can't Just finish out here. Come across, you want to get up high. Hook top edge if you can, right there. Oh, Bossman are great. They really are. I still don't think as versatile as a Tusk. I think the Tusk is just a better shape. But if you have the setup that it really likes, through 20 at green line, 17 at deadline. He's bringing all the webs and tree bits with him. Only front 9 remains. So he's got 40 points to spend. I mean, everybody would love a 0. He's got 40 points to spend to move into first place out of 2. And this time, I remembered to check that the squirrels or skunks or whatever's doing it, at least the first 4 gates are ready. Oh, they're really good. What I'm trying to judge here, poorly at this point I might add, is, are we looking at a surplus of forward drive? Any insert other than a single stage open cell foam is going to compromise forward drive. You're gonna move the sliders in another direction. Right there, look at that schmear. Driver front is just folded. I need to hook. I need to hook. Optimally, because the backside of front 9 is tougher. You want to minimize scoring on the front side. That was, again, front insert all the way. It has moved away from just being a matter of, do we have points in the imaginary sliders of all tire performance. It's not that we can choose what to give away in terms of forward drive, because the stability in the front end is not high enough. So we have to give more front stability to it. Is that gonna fold? There's plenty of drive in the tire. Don't slip. Don't slide. Don't slip, don't slide. It's like I have no issues with the springing or the oil or the link positions, any of that. I might consider dropping 1 tooth on the pinion because I think we went from something that was maybe a little bit, a 465 or maybe a hair under, and we've now gone to a full proper 475. So he picked up a little bit of zip. I would not be opposed to toning that zip down at all. All right, now remember, mixed rules everywhere. There's no floor is lava at, well, you technically could. You technically could. If you're running a sporty, you can run front 9 and never touch soil. But for most, it's not doable. Grab it. Oh yeah, when these are great, they are truly great. I have no complaints about the tires. The gnats, on the other hand, are something else. We try to stay in it when we should not stay in it. That front insert turns into mashed potatoes at the most inopportune moments. And as such, we have hit 3 gates out of 5. So basically, he needs to stay out of the bucket. Turn it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. a clean on 6 after a really, look at that, right there. We've now seen it on both sides in executed in Technicolor. You don't want to see lateral bag on your tire. That is too much bag, because if the sidewall is rigid, it will still grab. Okay, remember what I said, gentlemen. Stay out of the bucket. Ugly. Ugly. But not in the bucket. Oh, we could have come up out of the bucket. All right. You go your way, man. You know what you're doing. We're getting a little too far away. All right, what do you got? Oh, his front end just stays down. I mean, he tried. He tried. 4 out of 7. So 4 is 28. He's at 65. He's got to do something kind of magical, because 8 and 9 are the worst gates. And I am taking note. He's getting strikes, but no reverses. Get in. Get in there. Come on. Come on. Don't flop. Don't flop. Oh, he's just pivoting around that front tire. He's going to hit it. He's going to hit it. There it is. And he's upside down. But you know what? In the spirit of all things, I'm not going to punish him for my stupidity, because he's going to hit enough gates. He's hit 5 of 8 gates. And hitting 62% of the gates is not a... I mean, he only hit 2 at green line. I don't know. I don't know. Nope. It's a perfect, it's an exclamation point on when you can tell something isn't right. So our man hit 6 of 9 gates at front 9. I mean, you could face the camera, I guess. And 8 of 18 gates overall. Which is not tremendous, far from tremendous, but I think that the repair is a relatively easy and painless one. I don't know if a Canyon Custom Soft will be soft enough for the front, but luckily for me and you and I and all of us, that's a pretty easy thing to find out. Grab one off the rack, throw them in the front, and basically do this again and see what the difference is, because 6, 7, 42, and 37, 69. Ring a small bell in his honor. 69 through there is not good, basically. What I'm looking for from a frequent upper level C.A.B.S competitor on the Gauntlet, on that trio, is, let's not say a 0. A 0 is ridiculous. Let us say sub 40. A sub 40 for the trio would be very good. And he got a 42 at front 9, which is not awful in terms of overall number, but it's also not... He hit 6 of 9 gates. He hit 2/3 of the gates, which is not great. But his position ability was very good. He is a pleasure to drive, and I do not think that putting Bossman on there was a mistake on any level. They did really well. He needs some kind of support in the front end, whether it be a 3D printed insert, a Canyon custom, something in the front end that gives more lateral stability to that front tire, because the thinness of the sidewall, the composition of the carcass, whatever, some combination of factors made his front end a little bit, here I am, and now I'm not. And before, what his suffering was not enough just overall forward drive. I don't think he generates the PSI that the Duratrex Fossil needs to work its best, that Bossman do better. Also, we love J-Concept's green here, so it's not surprising we end up on J-Concept's green. So, Toothless will get an adjustment. You know who needs to do this? You know who should do this next week? Zabazu. Zabazu should get changes made, and Zabazu should just go through a full TNT. Is C.A.B.S going to be a TNT next week? It's entirely possible, which is running green. Maybe we'll give you some insight into what the Canyon looks like when the camera isn't running, which is make a change, run green line, make a change, run green line, make a change, and yes, you guessed it, run green line. And judge at every point. There's that little point right up out of frame over here where we go up the entry into 3. I can tell a lot from right there. It's like what I can tell about a tire from the first time it touches its toes to slick rock. I get an idea of where that tire is going to fall. Is it going to be top third, middle third, bottom third on the leaderboard? It's these little things, and it's your repeatability, the ability to do it over and over again. Toothless is he's doing his thing. We just didn't give him the absolute best tools for the job for the day. But hey, 69 on the day puts him into tentative first place. Could be a 79 if you want to cap him for that 10. But I made no effort. When he rolled and took the yellow ball off gate 8, I made no effort to catch him on the way down. So that's why he gets a free one on that one. I hope you get a free one next time you go somewhere. They accidentally give you the guacamole. Maybe you find an extra chicken sandwich in your bag. Either way, regardless, I hope to see you all. I hope to see you all again here in the near future. And in between now and then, please one and all do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you again here from the Canyon with whatever we got. At least his upcoming changes are simple. Simple is the best.